I believe that all of us, as marketers, we're actually at a real pivot point in our industry. And I think really it's time to stop talking about it and embrace the fact that we have to listen and listen hard to the people that we care most about, and not assume that they will listen to us just because we believe we have something fabulous to say. And Randall mentioned it. In fact, we already know they don't. They block our ads, they fast forward, they have exercised complete freedom to tuning us out. Brand and product marketing, which used to be, way back when, in the good old days, not really, about command control and pushing messages out. Remember that? And you thought you were in control. But now it's so much more interesting because it's about creating and strengthening a much more real relationship with consumers and being part of their dialogue. Now this shift has all of us grappling with a new world order that's causing us to think, plan, and act very differently than ever before. Small changes won't work. The old labels don't work. The old approaches can't work. We need a new way, and one that will set us on a path to success for the future. So this morning, I'll talk about how putting the consumer at the center requires countless changes to what we do and how we do it. And I'll talk about how, at McDonald's at least, we're dispensing with the old labels, we're changing our offerings to reflect what people value, and we're making sure that, in addition to providing great food, we provide the right experiences as well. I'll talk about how we're using a new way of working to change what we do and how we do it at McDonald's, a way that moves as fast as today's consumer, and something that we now call marketing at the speed of now. So let's start with the easy part, the labels that don't work anymore. Digital experiences have become irresistible to people. They've made people fearless. Fearless to have a voice, fearless in the way they interact with one another, and most importantly, how, when, and where they interact with our brands. Today, as we all know, people are hyper-connected, they're dynamic digital users, and they're always on. They've removed all the silos and barriers of yesteryear. In fact, they have forced a change to the communication landscape. So in our efforts to keep pace and exert some kind of organization around all this, I really think we've tried to define media and marketing very narrowly. We labeled the ways we talk to people, but marketing communication is no longer executed via separate vehicles of digital, broadcast, print, or mobile. And in fact, defining marketing by these channel-based labels is actually absurd in today's world. So we're trying to make a big change on all sides. And McDonald's, we're actually putting those human beings, our customers, at the center of our marketing efforts. And when you do that, you need new labels to define the places and ways that we interact with each other. So, for example, let's say I'm checking Twitter on my iPhone in my living room watching Billionaire. Define me. Am I mobile? Or what if I'm watching YouTube on my laptop over Wi-Fi at McDonald's? Define me. Am I digital at that point? When we thought about that, we realized it's really not about my device. It's about what I need at that moment. It's not about my screen, it's about my context. So by putting human beings at the center of our marketing, we prioritize their context and their needs. And that informs what we say, how we say it, and where we say it. So the result is that we now have new and distinct definitions or labels for the key elements of many of those activities that we employ to build those relationships with our consumers. And we had to really recast our definitions for digital, social, and mobile in particular, because today, none of those really constitute distinct disciplines or departments. And although they certainly contain practices and tactics, they don't require unique strategies or systems, because now they're too ubiquitous, too encompassing, and actually too central to everything that we do. So here's some of the new definitions that we're playing with. So we redefine digital as the tools, technologies, and techniques enabling distribution, interaction, and observation. So that becomes the modern backbone to all of our marketing activity. Then we redefine social as the spiritual center of modern marketing communication. Openly conversational, personally relevant, and contextually appropriate. That's that two-way street allowing dialogue, kinship, and collaboration. And finally, we redefine mobile as the rich spectrum of historical and real-time demographic, psychographic, and behavioral data. And that's what's going to afford us predictive analysis and opportunity immediacy. It's our engine for connection through any of those occasions that our customers are experiencing. And in fact, we're using a simple but powerful equation to inform our mobile activity. Context plus location equals that unique occasion. And an understanding of the occasion makes all the difference when it comes to forging a meaningful relationship and creating some value.